Hi there everybody, welcome to another video. On today's video I have this BMW F30 and basically the problem I have is that there is no water coming out of there. Very little water coming out of there for the windscreen. So usually the problem with this model is that there are two little filters in the reservoir of the screen wash fluid which they get blocked, and when they get blocked you have no water coming out of there. So you may be able to see I've already loosened this. This is held in here by a little clip. Looks like that. In the center of that clip is a little plastic screw, and if you undo that little screw it technically will come out. You might need to help it a little bit with this, something like this. Push it up while you undo it. It will come out, and then you remove that little clip. I've also removed these ones here just to get a bit of access, a little bit extra access really, nothing too crazy to this hose here, because that hose is connected to the tank. And also if you hold this with one hand and sort of go anti-clockwise with this cover, that will come out. It's a little bit hard to pull out, but it comes out. And the reason for that is because when we remove the tank, this comes out with the tank. So now I'm gonna get the car up and I'm going to remove the wheel and the wheel arch. Okay, once you get the wheel off, we need to remove some of these 10 mil nuts here. There's 3 of them. Then there is an 8 mil little bolt here. Take that out as well. Down here there will be some 8 mils as well. And just take those out. And another 2 here. You might need to take this out. I'm not 100% sure, but I think these are connected to that. And then you have these bit here. There's a T40 Torx that will loosen all these. And there's another one of those here. It's a metal one. The other one is a plastic T40. And I think that might be all that we need to remove. And then we might be able to pull this cover out, but we might want to remove this one as well. These are a bit of a pain because you push the little pin and then it goes missing forever. This is the only way to take them out, is to push the center in. And well, if you ever recover them, then that is a great bonus. Okay, so getting there. Gonna be a bit of a battle. There's another 2 8 mil screws up here actually, which I forgot about. I did see them, just forgot to take them out. Right, one there. one there. So this whole thing should hopefully come out. A lot of dust going on here. But that is out, and here's the tank in question, which we need to remove. So as far as I know, there is a 10mm somewhere holding this tank in place, so I'll just have a look for that. Okay, 10mm is hiding just behind the front bit of the splash guard there. So that there, I've already undone it. And I've also just unplugged this wiring from there, just to give me a bit of leeway. So technically this tank, we should be able to bring it down, but we may need to push this splash guard down a bit, and then hopefully bring this down. But the hose up here, that's why we disconnected that hose, because that hose is connected coming out of that hole up there, and it's basically the hose is just there. You can just see it. So I think it's actually come out, so technically we should be able to bring this whole thing down. Okay, so I may just need my two hands here, pull this down. It's going to be full of water because I topped it up just yesterday. So can swing that out of the way, and here is where the motor is sitting, and that's usually where all this sludge collects, which causes the blockage. So I have to remove the motor. As a result, a lot of water will come out. Just try to swing this out a bit. Okay, there should be water coming out of there, and there isn't. That's because that there is blocked. So this here is the little filter, completely blocked with that stuff. and you can actually see that stuff hanging out of that hole there. Looks quite horrible actually. Let me just show you. That there, it's what's blocking the whole system. So that is exactly what we need to clean, which is why my aim now is to remove this pump from here, so I can actually, okay, there we are. You can see the stuff coming out of there. Quite a lot of it. So I had planned to catch the water, but accidents happen, and now I have water everywhere. And I catched some, but anyway, shit happens, so there you are. Now I have an empty tank, and I need to just take the wiring out of here. So that's it. Now we have a free tank. And to be honest, it's quite difficult to wash these tanks because they're fairly sealed. So I'm gonna, you can see how dirty it is inside. You can see all these marks in here. So I'm gonna put water in here and then just shake it as much as possible and try to clean it as much as possible. It's definitely gonna be a lot better, obviously, than it was. And this here I'll just show you, is the little filter. Can't quite see actually, the sun is really strong. There. This camera is not focusing on that actually. Focusing on everything except that. Okay, so I'm gonna clean these as well. That is completely disgusting, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like when it's clean. So I'm gonna clean that, wash that tank. Okay, so I'm kind of running out of battery on my phone, so anyway, this is what it's supposed to look like when it's nice and clean. Just a little mesh, like a chrome mesh in there. And basically refitting these will be the reversal of removal. So we'll push that little filter in there, and then just have to run our wires back up here, reconnect everything. Put the pump back in there. Right, so you just have to obviously push the hose through the hole up there where it came out from. The thing might be a little bit of a fiddle, but it is all doable. And then you're going to fit the 10mm that came out of up there. Just make sure everything is fitting flush. Down here, that bit needs to be right at the bottom as well. Because if it's not, then it's not going to sit properly. Okay. Right, so that needs to be sitting in there in that hole properly. If it's not, then this is not gonna be sitting flush and you'll struggle with the 10mm. So all this is good now. So I think I'm going to refit everything back, goes without saying, and just saving some battery here. And then we can have a look at whether all of this has worked or not. Okay, so I got this back into the hose. I got the little screw back in there. You can just fit it all back really. And the next thing to do will be just to put some water in there. Okay, so nearly 5 liters of the fluid went in there. Now I need to shut the bonnet, otherwise you can't operate the jets. So let's hope we have success here. And yes, nice and powerful. So that's pretty much it. If you find you have no water, very little water coming out of there, it's most likely your jets are blocked and you need to do the procedure that we just did, because it's the only way to get all that slag out of there. Otherwise it's really difficult to get it out. You can maybe temporarily blow some air down and unblock the jets, the filter a little bit, but it will soon get clogged again. So having said that, I hope the video helps. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.